What's going on, everybody? I'm CaptainRoBear, and this is Rare Drop Roleplay Reckoning Hour number 5, baby. What's going on?
Whew. Officially crossed the month threshold. We're on the next month 2. We got
Already?
This. Yeah.
Already?
Powering through.
Lion.
We have
Lots of almost deaths, mainly mine.
That's what we like around here. It's what we like.
We made it though.
Hell yeah. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you guys in chat. Greatness to begin the show. Thank you guys for being here so much. Does anybody have announcements before Paul takes the helm? All right.
Coolio. Guys, welcome to this week at Rare Drop Stuff. Yesterday on Monday, we had Star Wars and Scotch with special guests, Star Wars Explained. So go check out that episode. It came live today on our YouTube channel. YouTube. Today, of course, Rare Drop Reckoning Hour. Wednesday, Rare Drop's Bizarre Adventure. No Ask Bro Man on Thursday. And Friday, you'll catch the Studio Blank Boys and I doing more animated watch through of Netflix's, Amazon Prime's Dororo. We're gonna keep watching through that. We're on episode 7. Gonna be watching 7 through 9. If you guys want to come hang out for that. And then again, Saturday, Rare Drop Rewind and the Clip Show. And then again, come Sunday, you're closing it out with the Rare Drop Roleplay, Ancient Relics and Hokey Religions with our friends at J&J Tabletop. Make sure you don't miss anything else. Studio Blank also comes out tomorrow. Forgot to mention that with a very special guest, Professor Broman. You want to catch that as well, talking all about Baki and some favorites. So there's your week announcements for Rare Drop, and let's just get right into it this week.
So I got a question about your anime show. Do you have a nice chunk? Is there a nice chunk of like Twitch content?
Not Twitch content. It's all on podcast only, unless you do Patreon stuff. You can catch it on Spotify, Google Podcasts, iTunes, all of that jazz under Studio Blank. Episode 13 is getting released this week. So if you guys want to catch up on some stuff, it's all around there. Reck was a guest on episode 5. So if you want to go check that out, talking all about Fire Force and cultural representation in anime, you can do that too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, let's just jump back into this. Last week on Reckoning Hour,
It got messy.
As our party made their way to an impasse, falling down valley from the Dagger Mountains, encountering this shattered crown faction of goblins currently holding that position, you guys ensued in a battle that started with multiple party members almost making their way into the drink, as we had to heroically save not only Dune but Godwin as well. As you guys began to dispatch these forces pushing forward from these hiding goblin archers, you guys were able to successfully gather the party, vanquish their King Moxley, in heroic fashion, retrieve his crown, but also push back the forces that were encroaching from the outside as goblin ward riders disappeared in the forest, as you almost were able to remove them all. One slipped from your grasp. As you've all made camp with ominous war drums in the distance, we pick up after a very uneasy night of rest. Back at camp, the low fog rolls in. I need everyone to give me their coffee check. Who's getting up this morning?
I'm always up. Got it right here.
Constitution roll.
Oh no. Okay. Nope. It's a 1. It's a dirty 1. Not awake.
You're passed out.
Dirty 1.
Because I got a -1 in my constitution, boys.
Lucky 13.
13.
7. I'm still asleep.
Caius is laying there with that lightning javelin like a small child that's come back from the arcade.
I was up late studying. Okay.
I put my cloak up and was just like, nobody's gonna find me anyway. I'm gonna be out.
Oh, that would have been coming so clutch in college.
You're not wrong.
Oh, Godwin with the dirty 20.
Making the food in the morning like the dwarf.
True dwarven style. Did you already roll, Arxicus?
I didn't. Was waiting on everybody else.
All right. Simile? Yeah, Simile rolled. You got 13? Yeah, go ahead, give us that roll.
14.
14.
Always got a 1-up me, don't you?
Just by 1.
Godwin gets back up. Over to those smoldering embers left from our fire from the previous night. Goes over, puts the pot of coffee on, watches out as that fog rolls through the forest, kissing just the tops of the green grass, clean air in the morning. It wasn't so damn ominous all night. It'd been a pretty good morning. As you guys all begin to wake up with the smell of fresh coffee on to start your day. Rise and shine, everyone.
Good morning.
Really gonna make me yawn with that.
Like over here fighting it. It's like, no, I didn't see it.
Good old acting days.
Good to see everyone got about as much sleep as I did.
Well, you know, it's not exactly like everything sounded lovely when we went to bed.
Not about that. Godwin's looking at his really, really meager bedroll. The entire night has been staring up at that stagecoach. Knowing now that it's just Prince Almahai, it doesn't cross his mind to think if there's maybe some more plush accommodations to lay down there. He's not an old man. He's not a young man either. And his back is stiff this morning. Too many nights falling asleep with his plate mail on. Reluctantly, he goes and runs over some coffee to Prince Almahai.
So what's the plan for today? I assume we scout something. Because, I don't
You don't scout anything ever.
Too bad. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Well,
Good thing I stayed up last night.
If you have a problem, just hit me with the invisibility.
Being invisible doesn't prevent you from being an idiot.
Nah, you're not wrong.
Godwin raises his hand. It's true. I hate to agree with him. You know that, dude, but hopefully whatever you picked out of that ogre sack
Sack,
will do
he
you some
says.
good.
It's not just a sack.
Whatever endless pit of goodies you found there, I couldn't even see where you went when you put your hood up. Like you weren't even here.
That is the point.
He's gonna need that.
I'll take it as a gift from my ancestors.
Mine as well.
Not to mention that.
No, Tiefling, not that. Relax. Jeez.
Your ancestors aren't from here.
I know. It was an expression of spirituality. Not
You have
actuality. Says the demon.
Excuse me, not a demon.
You didn't hear that from me. You didn't hear it from me.
You both certainly assume a lot about each other's past for a couple of folks that just met. If you'd walk in each other's shoes a mile, maybe you understand each other a little bit better.
If I walked in his shoes, I'd fall.
We all would.
You know, I'd talk shit too, but I didn't do any better. Slid there like a wax carpet. A hockey puck from hell.
I'm glad that you all have the luxury of shoes.
Not all of us can look majestic there just waking up in the morning. Look at you.
Hold on, let me get a couple more sips in.
Not a hair out of place.
Get out of here.
Good to know we're in somewhat good spirits this morning.
The best we can be, right? The best we can be. I'm just glad those damn drums have stopped for a little bit. I guess they're not taking shifts.
I found it soothing.
Yeah, I miss the drums. Put me right to sleep.
You're some real perverse.
You two are too comfortable in a combat zone.
It was easier to recite mantra with the beat.
That's fair. Haven't heard a good song in a long time.
I don't understand that.
Well,
That was the best. Oh gosh.
I guess. Is there a higher vantage point that I can see anything from over here?
Not really a higher vantage point to see. No matter what, you're having to go into that forest canopy. So there's a bit of the unknown, what exactly is in the middle of this forest, other than what we've been told is the entrance to a mine in the lower side of these mountains. Yada has still not emerged from the stagecoach. You can see the two camels over there grazing. For a moment, you forgot that you honestly look like a ridiculous caravan traveling bazaar of some sorts with these camels out.
Is it possible that any of the goblins that we beat came with maps?
You guys did check for...
You did that last time.
Just making sure.
And we got those with scribblings showing us where the
Yeah.
the thing is, bud.
Yeah, you got the basic outline, but
Gotcha. Just making sure.
you didn't get like a troop count or any kind of reconnaissance postings. You have a feeling, right, from what you've already seen, there's warg riders in the woods for sure. So there's probably eyeballs somewhere. Everybody slept at camp. You only need
Does
to sleep
someone want to check
4
on His
hours.
Majesty?
Correct, Alex? I'll get you in just a second. I'm sorry, right?
No, you're good.
Say it again.
Do you sleep for 4 hours? What's your condition? I can't remember if you're a non-sleeper yet.
I think so. I don't.
You will be. I just don't think you are yet. I'm blurring the lines of my campaigns. At some point in time, you'll be definitely resident eyeballs. But we'll just rule that everyone's gotten to sleep and no one particularly has detected any kind of endangerment or eyeballs on the camp. So a lot of unknowns.
So does someone want to check on His Majesty?
Huh.
Bring him some coffee?
Goblin already brought him the coffee.
No.
It's a matter of him coming outside now.
We're still just waiting on him, though.
I do believe we should wait for the man whose destiny it is before we go traipsing off.
It shouldn't take long.
Do you want to go climb a tree or something, dude?
I'm surprised you suggest it, given your apparent disdain for my clumsiness.
If you want, I can toss you up there.
No,
We got
you toss
time
the
for a
elf.
laugh.
No, you toss the elf. Toss the dwarf. Toss the dwarf. I don't need tossing.
But you're lighter.
I'd sooner climb it.
You don't remember what happened the last time I got tossed.
Well,
I'm not saying I'm not going to try it again, because me and Stimley have been one L of a team this far. And I'm not going to take one L and not think about doing it again, all right?
We'll figure out the fastball special.
Well, Caius did
right.
catch you. Caius.
I tried.
I mean, just because he drug along the ground for a little bit doesn't mean you didn't catch him.
There's
Just
a
point that out.
reason why they call those stars that are so dense white dwarves, okay? There's some reason behind that. We're dense fellas.
Oh,
Oh,
Hold on.
Oh.
oh.
Am I,
Common, are you calling yourself dense?
Someone logged me out.
Who
you
turned
can
out the
say
lights?
that.
Where'd Reck go? What sorcery is this? Tiefling, where's the invisibility spell? What'd you do?
I'll get you brought back up here in just a second. If you guys can RP around the scene while I fix this real quick, that would be fantastic.
Well, I mean, I guess I can go climb the tree. Why don't you pick the tree? Assembly?
Well,
Take-
why don't you pop on my back and we'll get you as high up as we can. But I'm not taking any responsibility after that.
I'll just climb the
I
tree.
would like to make a suggestion that you allow the child to find his own tree, because we don't need you having a broken back because someone fell off the tree and onto you.
Understandable.
I'd already suggested climbing the tree myself.
Such a valuable member of the party is not to be expended. Go find your
I try to
tree.
be selfless.
I just wanted somebody to point out the tree.
Just go find a tree.
I'll find the tree.
Look at the trees. There's so many of them. Go find one.
Guess I'm gonna go to the tree. I'm gonna go find a tree.
All right, you go out and you pick out a nice large one. Go ahead and give yourselves a nice little athletic check to start climbing that bad boy.
14.
In making your way up, trekking through a bit of the fog as you go until even it clears as you descend into the canopy. I need you to roll a perception check.
Uh, 17.
17. Something small buzzes past your ear. Just a slight buzz, very insect-like. Another couple. Then 3 or 4 more. As you look up and you see a nice fat honeycomb. About 10 feet away from where you're at. As you begin making your way up.
Is it above me, or is it like a leap across a tree?
No, it's just above you. So you could like,
Okay.
you can choose a pathway to give yourself some more distance. You have to go out on some outer limbs and make your climb a little bit more adventurous. Or you can just kind of go up and be within 5, 6, 7 feet of it.
I have my cloak on. I'm not worried.
All right. You begin going up a pathway of least resistance, going by as several bees begin to fly and buzz about as you're among them. Some of them not realizing you're there. It's just bumping into you. It feels like you're a slow-moving car, just hitting insects as you go. You continue to go up the rest of the tree.
How big is it? How big is it?
Oh, this sucker, it's it's the size of your torso. It's a big guy. At this point, there's just an ambient hum from this colony. We're back! Oh my goodness.
Back.
Frustrating, but thank you guys. Thank you for holding down chat while we get ourselves all booted back up. Thank you.
Whew.
All right.
Told you I didn't kill Robear. I am not sus.
Lord.
I'm not sus.
Pick back up.
You're super sus. Get out of here.
Shush.
With Dune climbing that tree, noticing the massive honeycomb about midway through. As he stops and gauges it for a moment, the scene is yours, Dune.
What do I know what the DC would be to try and throw it into the bag of holding, or at least cut it down?
You don't know what the DC is, but you know as Dune that you're pretty dexterous when you don't have pressure, it seems like. So, you know, it's just you up here. There's nobody else goading you. Just you and your skills at the moment.
Alex is looking at me like, fall, do it, fall.
No, I'm just telling you to do it. Of course, it'll be entertaining if you fall, but gaining honey is not a bad thing either. I'm entertained either way. We on the ground are just gonna watch you dancy prancing on top of a tree.
I'm trying to think if there's like what would be the easiest way to do this technically. Is it like hanging by a little branch thingy?
Yeah, it's suspended about 3 feet away from the center trunk of this tree. There's multiple limbs. You can get close, but you're still going to have to reach out. You have to think creatively about how you're going to do this. You can balance with your feet. You can go out, you can hang with an arm. You can improvise with what you have to try to hold that bag open. The possibilities are only limited by your imagination.
So can I hook one side of the bag on a branch below it and use my foot to hold it open in the proper function, and then like take my sword and reach up and cut the thing off? I feel like that's the easiest way to do this.
You know, it's not the first thing that I thought of. I'll say that. It's not the first thing.
one foot is still secure on the tree. Other arm is holding onto tree. Other foot holds the bag open as it's hold on the branch, and I just cut the thing off like with the sword. Easy.
All right, give me a sleight of foot check first as you practice getting this bag ready.
Okay, chat, get ready. 6. So
6 plus your sleight of hand.
2, 8.
8. I mean, it goes about as well as you trying to wrap up your lunch with saran wrap. It's all over the place. You can't even get the opening right. Just fiddling with this. You're mildly concerned about your foot dipping in at this point. It's just not working out for you.
Yeah. Godwin.
I'm not there.
No.
I did not follow you in the forest. My happy ass is back at camp. I mean, you're just out of earshot. You could yell and try to get somebody's attention eventually to go help you.
I just want smoke.
Most of us at the tree. I think we're all like looking up to heckle him.
Just sipping our coffee.
I mean, we've seen him stall now. Can't really tell why he's stalled yet, but we noticed that he has.
Where's that damn fire tiefling? Arxicus!
I'm just gonna watch. I can't hear you.
This is just sport to them, isn't it? Okay. How big is this hive again?
It's your torso, man. It's got a good chunk.
I could just cut it and just because they're all watching underneath. To be fair, I don't know if they are underneath because they've made the point that they are not heckling me yet, just sipping with coffee. So
Yeah, I mean, they got an outside angle. They can see you, but they're not directly underneath you yet, unless anybody wants to be.
Logic teaches us that would not be the best place to be.
I fool around and save him his life and limb while we break something trying to catch him.
What would you like to do?
I don't think it's worth trying to get into the bag of holding.
As you look down, contemplating your own ability to be able to get this giant hive down, you press on towards the top.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to the top for the moment.
All right, give me an athletics check from where you're at now.
15.
15. You get yourself reacquainted and situated back on the other side, leaving this wonderful hive behind. As you make your way up to the top, you reach the canopy, kind of looking out at this lower forest from the top, sun hitting your face, fresh air, no fog from where you're at. Stare at a lush green carpet. There to the distance, what looks to be 4 or 5 miles away, you can see what looks like bits of timber pushed up in banners, the colors that you've seen before on the bridge. So you know you're not far away. Anything else that you would like to do while you're up there? You can roll perceptions. You can investigate for something specific.
Can I roll perception to see? I guess if there's any I don't think I have to be able to see rustling from treetops, of course, because goblins are ground dwellers. But I'd love to see if I can get a judge of how big the camp is, because I can see the posts, right? So I assume I would want to be able to see how big the camp itself is from where I am.
All right. Cool. Roll that perception check.
24.
This encampment that's pushed up to the side of the mountain, you can see is that almost putting green like tops of the trees lead up to 2 large towers that you see recessed back down in. Your best estimate, 120 feet wide, what looks very much like a fort to you, with banners up on either side. It's definitely a fortified encampment into the side of this mountain. It is not just a open air camp. We're seeing those two towers on either side. They've set up shop, it looks like.
Yeah. Can I roll a perception or investigation check to see if there's like a river or like not like sewer per se, because I don't think the goblins would care too much about a sewer thing, but like a river that we would be able to use to like get inside the camp without trying to go through the main gates.
Yeah, just go ahead with that general perception roll that you've already had. You haven't detected any large sources of water that lead particularly that way. Doesn't mean that they're not there.
Right.
There's just not a large source besides that waterfall that's coming from glacier flow up at the top of the mountain. Imagine there's probably some other smaller offsets that lead to creeks, but you don't know where they're at.
And then in regards to the mountain behind the encampment, is it like sheer cliff face like Minas Tirith would be, or is it like it's a gradual?
It's just pretty steep on that side.
Okay.
It's pretty steep on that side. There's some terracing there, but it'll be difficult for sure.
Gotcha. Okay.
You don't know exactly how to get from point A to point B where you would like to be up top. Obviously, it'd be much easier coming down from a higher elevation to get to that point, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It's just
right. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else I should be running a check for here.
And largely, from that distance, you would say it's about 40-50 feet up, where it looks like there's standable room up against the mountain.
Okay.
And it's carved, it's cut in. You can see it's actually cut a swath into this. There's actually like about a horseshoe-sized chunk inside the mountain that's big.
So almost like an overlook.
Yeah.
Dedicated. Okay.
From where it's at.
Okay. Okay, so I think I start my climb back down then. I'm gonna go back towards that hive though.
All right, go ahead and give me another athletics check as you get down this bad boy.
There it is. There it is. Yep.
As you instinctually begin to climb down almost exactly the way that you made your way up, it just doesn't dawn on you to think that you're going directly in the path of that honeycomb. As you reach down, and that was the moment you realize that you had done up. As you grab onto the branch, literally buzzing before you, as you have your hand firmly planted and grabbed on, you can see the bees that envelop over you, flying around trying to find what is shaking the hell out of their home. At this point, you have one hand on the branch, one hand holding on to this honeycomb. I need you to make a dexterity check with disadvantage.
A dexterity or like a dexterity saving throw?
No, just dexterity check.
Okay. 10.
10.
It's gonna probably be a 10. Yeah, it's 10.
As you look around, trying to find a way to get your hand in a different place, I need you to make an athletics check, hanging on losing spots that you could maneuver to without not being all over this thing.
7.
As your fingers...
Here's all of my bad rolls in one go, guys. We got this. It's fine. It's just on the tree. Everything else will be fine tonight.
As you make your piece
If you
now...
don't break your neck on the way down, you may not have more rolls.
It's not that bad. I don't think. Exactly. Yet. Okay.
Succumbing to your reality, you put both hands hanging on the hive as you look, trying to find to put your feet in a place. I have one roll for this. The constitution of that hive holding on in your weight gives way as you find yourself plummeting with this hive held near your chest. I need odds or evens as you spin to fall. Whether you fall on your chest or your back.
Even.
Even. All right, even you fall on your back with the hive on your chest. Odds, it spins around and you crush into this hive. And just the perfect little bit of somersault, you explode into a bee and honey mess. As it squishes out, bees going everywhere. As all of a sudden, the entire front of this camp is inundated with just swarms going all over the place. I need you to take 2d6 of bludgeoning damage. Oh, that's cocked. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. You also take 5 points as those bees begin to sting into your body all over, as you're just coated now of both honeys and broken stingers. One more as you get yourself back up. You take another 5 points of bee sting damage. As this thing is now smashed and flattened completely. Everyone, you can hear this back at the camp. You can also hear the buzzing of insects.
7 health remaining. Dur.
My God.
Did he just do what I think he did?
Gotta go find out.
Oh my gosh.
No. Listen, I care too much for all of your safety. Until the bees have dissipated, we literally cannot go over there lest we suffer the same fate. There's nothing that we can do.
Aye.
Dude, are you out there?
I found a beehive.
As you emerge,
Not quite like the way I wanted, though.
you emerge from the swarm,
There's plenty of honey, though.
just slicked, covered with dirt and honey and just massive whelps. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Six.
Mr. Stark, you don't feel so good.
Nope.
As those whelps are swelling up to significant size.
I'm gonna go take a nap. There's honey if you want honey with your breakfast. I'll be back.
Good God. Come here. Let's get you cleaned up here.
You gotta cast Guiding Bolt on some good decisions.
Fortunately, we're not gonna get that around here. Come here. Sit down with yourself. As I start casting Druidcraft just to try to get you cleaned up a little bit.
Just go get the honey. Go get
You
the.
think I'm gonna eat honey that's been tainted with dirt?
No.
What honey?
You see, I only got half of it.
That's bad luck, honey. No, sir.
Not today.
Good thing honey has healing properties. Ugh.
As I cast Lesser Restoration on you. Hold on, we need to get the swelling down first. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see anything in 30 minutes. As Godwin begins to
found their
conjure up a
camp,
little
though.
magic. I'm glad you were able to do something while you're up there. So I get your stung off.
Yeah, the camp's about 4.5 miles out. It's not just a camp. It's hold on. Okay. It's not just a camp. I'm sorry, I'm trying to speak while my eyes are closing.
Tongue
It's not
starting
just-
to swell up a little bit too.
I'm like, it's 500 feet big. That's not
No,
just a camp.
Dunador, it's okay. Don't talk. It's gotta be exhausting. Your tongue must be swollen. It's better if you just don't speak.
He's got a
Really has all the
softball-sized lump
information
on his
before I
neck.
pass out. 'Cause it's a really big camp, and there's like a thing over the top where like it's a height here.
The Lesser Restoration creeps in as it slowly begins clearing up as that softball-like goiter on your neck begins to recede.
Oh, ooh,
Don't worry, I'll bring you right back up.
That's weird. I didn't log in anywhere else, and that's why I'm confused.
No, it's another D&D partner that's probably just logged their screen on that I get to yell at. Because they didn't close it out of their systems tray. All right, you're back up.
Yep. I just
When we tell him not to speak, he tries anyway.
He can't not speak.
As you're able to settle back down and convey what you've observed to the rest of the party.
I'm just gonna draw it on the ground in the dirt with a finger. Distance, size, additional mountain pace, the horseshoe indent that is at the top of the mountain piece, the fact that there's no river or easy way of access that we can tell from out here, and the fact that there are 2 large towers on each side.
Good to know. So they're fortified.
Very.
Makes sense. I mean, you don't have drums at a ragtag camp, right? Not a whole lot new from what we already didn't know.
I'm curious about the horseshoe at the top, though.
And it's
It
not just up
looked
at
like
the
it
top,
was-
it's carved into the side, you know.
It's like I would not be surprised if it's like mined out that they. Godwin, would you know about mountainside defense and carved in passageways?
I mean, Dune, it's a mine. It is what it is. They've been at it some time. If they're carved that far into the mountain already, they probably have multiple entrances, if I were to guess, if you got that carved in.
My point was, where would the entrances be?
That's where the fortifications are around. It's
Me need rock. Me dig in ground.
It's
I swear I'm gonna hit you with a rock one of these days.
it's not rocket science, that's for sure.
I couldn't see too much more from where I was at. I'm more concerned about the fact that there may be snipers in that nest.
Too busy trying to kiss the bees.
Look, you try and come down from a 90-foot tree with bees on top of you.
I wouldn't climb a tree in the first place. Do I look like a tree climber? No, sir!
Then don't tell me how easy it is.
I have to throw you out there.
I'm not sure the throwing would have helped. It was the coming down that was the problem.
Bees back with you. I probably could have.
And that's the easy part.
Well, nobody wanted to come.
Because we knew this would happen. We have to be very careful.
No. See, the problem is if you had come, I could have just dropped you the hive.
The bees on us.
Yeah,
No.
I would love to catch a beehive.
You know, for a tiefling who works with fire, you're surprisingly naive about what smoke does to bees.
Doesn't
I just
matter.
needed you to be here so you could smoke the bees.
Oh, that requires way too much work. You wanted to go climb a tree. You're supposed to look at stuff, not make out with the bee queen. And this is what we get. Poor Godwin has to heal you.
It's
As
all
a matter of fact, it was an improvement.
It'll be all right. It's not the first time. Won't be the last time that we do something stupid. Don't worry about it.
Mainly me, apparently.
I'm gonna cast Prayer Healing, and just in case anybody else has stubbed their toe in camp since they got up, it'll be 32 points of healing.
Oh, really? Well, that brings me up. I'm feeling perky after my morning coffee. And a little schadenfreude.
It's since you've taken the long rest, make sure to mark that on your sheet so you get all your spell slots back. So everybody should be topped off already before this healing prayer, except for Dune. You see anything else while you're up there? Anybody in those towers?
Not that I could see, a little too far off. However, it does look like they've carved out a section of path just before their encampment.
Yeah. How long of a march we got going on over there? What do you think?
From here to there, it's about probably 4.5 miles.
4.5 miles, and they know we're here.
What say our master tactician, the tiefling?
So long for the ride.
Guys, you know these parts pretty well.
We're saying something.
What are we thinking of?
So we go check it out.
Yeah,
time
we
like
want to go check
presents?
it out, but what's your idea? We just going up to the front door or what?
It doesn't matter either way.
It did look like there was some semblance of a passage on the side of the mountain if we wanted to risk it, but I'm not one to risk it for the biscuit unless we know what the biscuit is.
They just took out their king.
Then after my fall from the tree, I'm not feeling very adventurous towards the heights.
So I'm looking at this parchment depiction. here while everybody else is doing who knows what of value. What am I seeing here? Like, is this just like some really crude drawing of what was supposed to be the opening of the mine? Is this the entire area around? What information is this giving me?
It's the early plot. And you can see specifically on here, there was one mine opening already. But there's markings for a couple more spots on either side. So that denotes to you that either something has halted the progress in the main mine, or there is of interest in multiple spots. But nothing to do with the fortifications of what currently is around it. You can definitely tell that it looks like a piece of information that a goblin has transferred in their own Titan crayon eater way.
Where is Jada or Prince Almakai?
It's Elmahai just beginning to make his way outside of his carriage again.
Cool. I'm gonna just kind of like leave the group with my little parchment thing, greet the prince heartily, and ask if, you know, the imagery brings anything to mind, or if it's something that he's seen or sensed or experienced or dreamt of, or see if it brings any information of note.
Yes. Oxychus, bring us closer. You both examine this. I have not seen visions of multiple tunnels. I will be honest with you. I have not seen visions of the actual side of the mountain. I have only seen what is in. What this tells me is that they are not there yet, which is good. If the first mine had been successful, I do not think we would be in this position as we are in now.
That does make sense.
I don't know how to explain this, but the room is very different. It does not feel like our reality.
That also makes sense. I'm gonna hit some Arcana check real quick. I want to see if I can feel some fuzzies in the air. Not really anything specific, obviously. Just kind of like, what am I feeling here? If anything, am I going to be given a good judge of distance just based on, you know, arcane fluidity, etc., density of power in the air?
Long shot, go for it.
9.
Too far away to feel any kind of intense magical presence. However, there is faint traces across this map that feel like it has been touched by magic at some point in time, whether that's what's in the mountainside or it's literally been in the side of a spellcaster's side satchel. You do not know.
Gotcha. Prince, how would you like to proceed? It seems there is one way to the dig site that is fairly safe. Unsure if you can dimension door us to higher ground as opposed to a low ground passage. Maybe allow us to get closer, formulate a significantly safer plan. If it's mainly goblins and wargs that are in control of the dig site, something as simple as casting, phantom horses sounds into the caves are enough to stir up enough of a commotion for us to have a tactical advantage over the dig site.
I will be able to assist with a few, but I will not be able to take care of the entire party.
Understandable. We really only need 2 on higher ground.
I can assist with 2.
Cool. Then I suggest we join the group and regale them with the plans.
Everyone, as you guys gather around the campfire, coffee in hand.
Good morning.
Good morning. He looks like you've already had quite the day. He has no idea what's transpired on your face, dude.
Pay no attention to the honeycomb.
There's a little bit still on your ear dripping down.
Oh, you need a bath.
I've been told that this is 5 miles away. We are close. Well fortified.
Yes.
Oxkiss has informed me of your intention for some members to approach from the mountain. I cannot bring all of you. What I would suggest, your greatest aerial threats, I can take 2. And have them approach from that direction.
Prince, if there's an opening, almost as if an outlook above the camp, would you be able to get them inside the outlook? Arxicus, did I make mention of the opening above the camp?
No, but that's literally what the prince just said.
I'm making sure that we know that it is a opening and not just like a higher ground, like that there may be, like it is a cavern inside the top.
Only caverns are the mines that are down below that you're assuming in those spaces. You're literally talking about small plateau ledges before it goes down to sheer rock face. I can only tend to what I can see.
Okay.
I
So
will
the
not be
general
able to
idea-
drop anyone behind the encampment. I could shoot for the armaments that are up above or the rock sides. The rest would be difficult for me.
The general idea is that we approach the camp once we make note that we are near enough. Myself, the prince, and Simli will find a way to some semblance of higher ground to approach the camp. Simli, with incredible marksmanship, will be of best use at the high ground. The prince will be significantly safer, and I am able to cast all manner of cloaking darkness or cast sound to create a commotion or get a better understanding of what's happening. and we're in a much better position to signal those of you who are more suited to being on the ground than off the ground to enter the camp at a time that is appropriate.
Sounds good to me.
We need to decide. Will we be going by day or by the cover of night?
Methinks night. That sounds fun.
I would tend to day because we don't know
When are
what's in the
more active?
patterns.
When are goblins more active?
Not much about them, but it might be best to strike when they're.
Whether they're culturally active or not, they're in there to do a job right now, so they're probably working around the clock. I doubt it matters,
Okay.
and you know damn well that they're looking for us. That's the reality of the situation. If that little booger made its way back, then it knows about us
They're
here.
ready.
And they're not going to be pleased that we just upended their political situation. We don't know who that just empowered. Hell, for all we know, they could fold up camp and walk out tomorrow. I don't know how big of a tyrant that piece of shite was. We'll see.
All that matters is that we have his crown in the hands of our warlock over here.
Now, a few buddies back home had a good saying. Larcicus, if they ask if you're a god, you say yes.
Who am I to argue?
Figured you wouldn't have a problem with that.
Well, let's go bring their god to their doorstep.
We'll see what it's worth.
By day then, Arxicus?
Would recommend it. We don't know what's in those holes.
Let's
The
do
more
it.
time we have to kill stuff when we can see it, the better off we'll be.
None of us can see in the dark, though.
Very true.
Well, seeing in the dark doesn't necessarily mean you can see everything.
This is true.
It's up to you. I back your guys' call. You split. I don't care whether you flip a coin for it, what you do. I'll back y'all's play.
I'm ready to go.
I'm not split. I can go now.
Always ready for a fight.
At least if we do go now, there's probably a less chance that we get detected at where we're sitting at right now. I'll be honest, I'm surprised that we haven't had problems already.
I didn't hear anything while I was up there, nor did I see any patrols, so...
That doesn't mean they aren't there, so I think it is best if we get moving.
Let's pack up camp then.
All right.
Anybody else doing last minute preparations while we have a campfire lit? Using the rest of our mystery road meat to get a little meal in before we
has
roll
Godwin
through?
finished my goggles?
Oh yeah, I was gonna make you some goggles, wasn't I? Yeah.
I need those goggles.
Oh yeah, we're about a day away from you.
Just a wee bit.
We're down to the last hours.
That's right. So that's what I would have spent my time on, is making sure to get you some goggles. Consulting with Prince Almahai on the design and seeing what I have left. You know, when you initially played Avengers and you got Tony Stark and you were like, what is he wearing? That's the kind of piece. They're not as refined and awesome like some really cool steampunk Burning Man ones. They're put together a little roughshod, but they get the job done.
I'm okay with that.
You actually have flip-up lenses like Chris Farley's SNL sketch. They can go up and down. Nice round lenses.
Yeah. Shouldn't need them till tonight, but never hurts.
All right, I'm gonna give myself a profession check. So this is one that I'm gonna be adding onto your sheets that I'm adding into my games. They roll off of your performance, so you get to add. This is all depending on exactly what you're doing. And I wanted to be working on the forge again. So we're going to go ahead. I got a +5. I want to tend to something else other than the goggles, but that's going to keep me pretty damn busy. So I'm going to set my DC at a 16 to try to get something else done within the fire. Goggles are going to take up my time. Rats. I'm just going to be able to tend to my own weapon. Getting the hammer oiled up. It will receive my +1 blessing of the forge as I just do my basic maintenance to it. But we got werewolf glasses. Anything else?
I don't think there's anything else I can do at the moment.
I just looked over and saw just Alex's forehead. All right.
Good to go.
Everybody gets camp packed up. Ready to rock and roll. As we get our camels ready. Load things up. Let's push forward then, shall we? All right. We have a ways to travel. We have some distance. The stealthier you are, the slower we go. So you're gonna have to pick and choose the pace at which you want to go. You guys will agree as a team how quick you want to push forward. You've estimated around 4.5 miles out within this forest.
ASAP while we have daylight.
I almost want to say it's not of very importance to be stealthy in this afternoon. They know we're coming. As long as we can get our people into place properly.
Well, not being stealthy might contribute to us not being able to get into place properly. I do think that we need to move quickly so we can still have maybe some semblance of light, but at this point, I don't know if that...
All right, so you guys want to force at a pretty good pace to start this. All right. Noted. So you will not be stealthing as you begin to make your way into the woods. The first mile goes pretty uneventful. As it gets more dense, light harder to get through the forest canopy, shadows casting about, odd sounds of creatures that you don't recognize in a strange woods, except for Caius. Very comfortable inside of your surroundings, nothing setting off your proverbial spider sense as you go. You make the first mile with ease. 25 minutes later, you make it into the second mile. I need everybody to give me a perception check as you crest into the second.
I got the first one. Should be perceptions 20. 30, 20.
I'm up next. Beep boop. And 7. Feeling mighty perceptive.
1 success, 1 failure. Ten. 1 success, 2 failures. Arxicus.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Perception, you say.
Perception, you say? Please keep that voice going.
3 failures, 1 success. Godwin's roll. $14. 2 successes, 3 failures. Prince Al-Mahai. As you make your way in, still detecting nothing as you go that seems out of place. This far into the forest now, you can't even make out the rushing of that massive waterfall past that you came across. However, in the next 10 or so minutes, roughly halfway through your journey, sound of drums begin to pick up. That makes you pause. As now that you've gotten this close, it truly hits differently than it did before. I think we got eyeballs on us.
Yeah, you have a bad feeling about this. Gonna put my hood up.
Yeah. Whatever we do now, just assume they already know. What's the play? Are we splitting up now? Or we're gonna wait till we get closer?
Can you make the jump?
You're about 1.5 miles out. You still can't clearly see the side of the mountain to make that visual confirmation to get up to a space that you need to. So you'll need to push in at least another mile.
Should we stay together for the next mile?
I don't think we have much choice, in all honesty.
If we push forward, I think we should stay together, just in case something happens. If they do come and meet us and ambush us, we might want to stay together.
Yeah, I think we can hold out 1 more mile.
Okay.
Arxicus?
What? Describe where we are right now for me. What kind of like terrain situation are we in? And in for?
Forest thicket near side what is clearly a marked main trail. So far you have taken this main trail that's come in, that's obviously the mining road, just to advance quicker. You're talking about typical forest underbrush of down logs and tree limbs. It would be like going off the hiking trail a little bit. It'll slow you down. It would be time concerning off of the main path. 100%, but
This is my favorite terrain type.
yes, it is.
I'm gonna.
You do not take any penalties for going through that difficult terrain.
I'm gonna hit myself and Simley with an invisibility.
Your invisibility lasts how long?
1 hour.
1 hour. Right.
And I recommend heavily that we travel askant to the main path. If we have to travel together, which I am not a huge fan of, that's fine. But we're only a mile away. Off the main path is what we should do as long as we can do it.
I feel like the three of us will be fine if you guys need to go.
Oh no, it's not a matter of go. It's a matter of tactical abilities if they know where all of us are at one time. Myself and Simley now just get to be quiet and stay cloaked. I have absolutely no doubt the prince's ability to make himself scarce if need be. The rest of you are on your own. But realistically, this serves essentially the same purpose until we have the ability to amscray to higher ground.
The prince looks back at you, Arxicus and Simile. If it is true that you are as good in these forests as you say you are, Simile, then Arxicus can ride with you. I will float above the terrain as you see him raise off the ground slightly as he hovers there and begins to fade out of line of sight as well and look almost like there's just wind swirling there and where he's at.
Okay.
My cloak does something.
Read the instruction manual.
So the group that's currently going off the beaten path, there are no penalties for difficult terrain.
Well,
need-
whatever your cloak does, you can figure it out as we walk.
I need
So, yeah.
stealth checks from Arxicus and Simile. You be thinking about anything before you make those checks, if there's something you want to do that will somehow aid you in this. Oh, because you're invisible. I forgot. You're both invisible. So yes, you're both
Yeah, we're
rolling
both
with
invisible.
advantage. Mm-hmm.
Shall I? 14, or what do I got? Plus 2, so 16, and 9.
16.
I'm gonna roll myself a survival check real quick, just as a general. I am in the woods. I am invisible. I am hunter hunting prey. So I'm going to gird myself for not sticking out like a sore thumb. You know, dirt on the shoes and, you know, cracking all of my limbs, what have you. Ooh, I did so good.
Luckily, it's advantage.
At least that was your. That was not your.
No, that is not my
That's his-
stealth check.
that's
That's
his-
just my survival check.
Oh, this is your survival check? Oh, thank God you're
It
on
does no good.
Yeah.
Okay, not stealth. 10.
Oh,
21.
let's go. Let's go. Crit success. You guys pass into the forest. As we see them move, we can't even hear the leaves underneath their feet as they disappear from our line of sight. Pushing further in. Rest of the group, Caius, Godwin, Dune. We all need to make stealth checks as well. Start with you, Caius.
Oh boy.
It'll be okay.
11.
11.
11 for Caius.
Riley. No, just Godwin or me now.
I'll always roll
I've
left.
been making my checks.
All right. Plus 8.
I believe you could roll with advantage when you have your hood up,
I
right?
do too. Yes, I do. I would have been just
Yeah, always never give a chance to throw a
16
20.
plus 8 is 24.
Yeah, it's not fantastic. I have disadvantage. That's a 9 for me. As me and Caius just look at each other. As we do our best.
You just see me put the hood up and go.
You're a good 10-15 feet away from us, like, oh my god, it's almost like you're leading the 2 prized cows into town. Clink, 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 clink. But we're trying our best. As we draw closer in the front, sticking as close to the path as possible, I need all 3 of us to make perception checks. Start with you, Reck.
Perception. 18.
Dude.
Uh, 24 again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, let's go. Let's go. Nat 20.
The 20.
As we're skulking around looking, we can see the eyeballs. We don't know if they've spotted us yet or not, but it looks like every time that we pass a set of brush or low-lying tree limbs, we think that we hear snapping of twigs. We've seen a few warg eyeballs out there as we push forward. Gotta think that they already know that we're here. We can even see, at this point, confirmation of the front of that fort in the distance. 2 warg riders, clear and present, next to a downed tree and some cut timber. 2 new creatures with large horned helms, massive brutes, standing in front of what looks like an entire spiked wooden portcullis. You can also see, looks like a handful of goblin archers at the top of these towers. We're about a half mile out. What would you guys like to do where we're at?
Now's the time to split.
Can I check? Can I run a nature check?
I'm guessing so.
Can I run a nature check on those animals real quick? See if I know what they are. The horned ones?
The creatures?
Yeah, the horned ones.
You roll a history check.
Okay. Uh, 16.
When you look at them and their large figure, you struggle to remember, and then you get a little whiff in the air, and you're like, "Oh, that's definitely bugbear. That's bugbear."
So we have wargs, bugbears, and goblins. Ugh. I think this is where we split off. Because I really don't want to deal with those archers out in the open.
Godwin is going to cast Sending. Even though he doesn't know where you're at, he lets Simile know exactly what we're up against in the front, as you guys are a little bit positioned off to the side and can't see all the intel that we're getting.
Guess we split up now here, right?
Godspeed.
All right.
I'm gonna suddenly basically show up next to Caius from out of the woods. Just- You ready to lop some heads? Because I feel like that's the next step.
These rounds have been on point. I'm ready.
Godwin?
We certainly need to match their intensity. Remember, we looked up there. They got towers. They got archers. I'm gonna do what I can. But we need to take care of that. That's priority number one. Take out the aerial advantage. Can deal what's on the ground with us, but we can't take death from above for too much longer.
I'll trust our away team to deal with them.
My thoughts exactly.
Well, if push comes to shove, and that help doesn't come, remember, that's a priority.
Don't let my tree scaling abilities keep you from thinking I'm slightly agile. I'll climb if I have to.
Hopefully they don't smell the honey on you.
I
I
cleaned
should
it
have
off.
took a bath.
I cleaned it off.
All right. Our next group. As you guys push forward, Simile, Prince, Arxicus, you guys need to choose which side you're going to be on in this fort. You can choose the northern side or the southern side. Either way will give you a way to get around and up to the mountainside.
What do you think, Tiefling? Should we take the north side or the south side?
Which side can see where the path enters the best? Do we know, or are we just gonna kind of hope?
It's really about the same, and there's no piece of intel. There's towers on either side. Nothing's giving you any indication of what would be a statistical advantage. So it really is largely arbitrary.
Should we flip a coin?
Which side do you want to go to the least?
South.
Then let's go north.
All right. Give me another couple of stealth checks with advantage.
We're still in the forest, eh?
Yep, as you guys are going to push up
also
close.
invisible.
Come on, where'd it go? There it goes.
Remember, you do have advantage.
What was my... It was alright, so we got 8 and... Here's the big one. Okay. Well, 8. Ooh.
5 and 8.
Oh,
Someone told me that I couldn't stealth.
George Takai. Oh my.
Oh my.
Noted. You guys begin creeping up on the northern side. We'll go ahead and get affixed to what you guys can see. Staring out at the front of this fort,
Bugbears.
you can see the 2 roaming wargs. Large bugbears in the center. Goblins near the side. Up here in this corner, this is where you can place yourselves. Similarly, Arxicus and Prince. We're still a further ways back as they push forward, so we won't be represented on the map until we go. But the minute that we do, it's game time. Because we're literally walking up to the front doorstep. All right. I want you guys to go and use that quick bathroom break and refill your beverage before we roll to see if Stealth Team is able to make it up to the top. All right, guys. Up north. Still invisible. You guys see these goblins shifting their attention towards your spot. As you can see, drawing one of these warg riders towards your location. As they get about 10 feet out. As you hear one of the other bugbears call out to the other, as it moves a bit from its location as well, looking in your direction. You're not detected. You're still invisible. They cannot see you. But they know something is afoot on their side. As you guys hold in position of where you're at as you see this approaching, that warg. Noted. Sniffing the air. What would you guys like to do?
Should we try and make it up the side, or should we take out this warg while we're still down here?
There
There are bugbears now, yes, Nightbreed.
How?
Warg riders, they're the bugbears.
30 feet. How do I?
Well, Arxis is dreaming up a plan. Simile, go ahead and give me a perception check just to be listening from where you're at. You were focused on just how close this warg is. 10, 15 feet away. Just honed in.
He's not gonna leave my sight.
Arxis. It's all you and Simile's call. When you want to, Dimension Door can be activated to where you can get to the top of that ridge.
So, the prince would be using that?
Prince will cast it twice, taking a person, or well, technically since you're riding on the back, he can just cast it once. Because you're there, you're on it. It's like a strange combination, but it works. Yeah, so all three of us can go up on the first time. It was gonna have to be 1 and 2, but yeah, they can all get up there.
Cool.
So I am going to cantrip myself some thaumaturgy. 60 feet away. Mostly towards the other side of the clearing in front of the other warg.
Down this way.
Yeah. Down yonder. Yep. Precisely. And I'm going to... Where are they? What are they called? Can't remember what they were called. So I'm going to manifest the sounds specifically of phantom war horses from the location you pinged, actually, Robert.
All right. As these sounds of hooves and horses riding up from the southern side, you look as the attention is drawn away as everyone looks to the south. In a matter of minutes, you see rustling and jumping as an ambush party of goblins surrounds the spot in which you caused that noise. As you can see them sticking scimitars in, rustling around in the brush. This warg heads to the south. This bugbear is followed back this way. This one pulling its attention back up from the front doorway. This warg rider coming back to the south. Main attention of these archers is now staring at what is happening here. Guys, we see this. We have no idea why all of a sudden goblins have literally come out of the shadows. Some of the same alleyways in which you were walking, Dune, and have jumped out all over this patch. Oh,
So now's the time to dimension door for our dear princely friend.
Prince communicating with both of you, whispering right before you go, him trying to gauge the exact spot.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell me with a ping where you guys want to go. It is time to go.
We basically want to be as far as
we can get, right?
Yeah, as far as we can get.
What's the distance?
As close to that that first mine up there in the north as we can possibly.
That's what I was
be.
thinking. I'm looking at this first bluff here. I'm trying to figure out how to ping.
So from your eyesight, from where you're at, where you're gradually looking up, you're probably going to be able to land in a spot around here before that disappears from your horizon.
Dope. Let's go for that.
The point of order on this little tower extends up another 10 feet. It is not level with this ground right here.
Good.
So it appears that there's some sort of entrance to go up inside this Goblino tower. All right.
Inside. Okay.
As he grabs on to your arm, Simile, as a dimension door opens up, stepping forward and out of you guys out on this ledge. This is all happening at the same time. We'll be rolling initiative order right after this. The rest of the group up front, we see this southern distraction. You have a moment to decide what you're gonna do, and then we'll progress.
Stealth north.
All right.
I'm just gonna.
I'm gonna
motion
look
for them
at
to follow
both of
me.
you. This is our chance. Maybe we don't have to go in with just us up to the front. They got a distraction. We don't need to be it. This is our chance. Let's walk stealthily, but let's walk quickly. As I'm casting guidance on everyone, we have an extra D4 to roll. As those drums get louder, Caius, give me the first roll in. Oh. Oh. One failure. Dude, we both have to pass this to succeed. We're not doing an average. It's pass fail from the three of us. We need 2 out of 3.
The stealth, right?
Yes, this is stealth.
Plus 8. Advantage.
Thank God. Let's go. Let's go.
Plus
That's a
8.
success.
24.
My heart! My little heart!
No, 26. Come on, Godwin. Your -1 can do this. Godwin, your -1 can do this.
One.
It's not the -1. It's the damn disadvantage. Is there anything? Is there anything that I have? Nothing. I just have a D4 and a dream. Man, we need. There's a couple spells that come in real handy. All right, this is it. This is what I got to do. First one coming in. Come on, Godwin. Why? As we begin creeping.
Maybe we shouldn't have set the stealth to,
We just hear this happen. We know.
As we begin creeping up the same spot. Eye on the prize. The rest of you coming up through the woods. I'm eye contact with you. I'm doing my best to walk as silently as possible, but I totally just eat shit over this log. Just walk right into it, end over end. It hits me in the chest. I go over, ass end, down on the ground, laying prone. Archers turn and spin to look at me. So does the Warg Rider and the Bugbear. I need everybody to roll initiative. Reck, you kick it off. I'm just a chunker.
Who next? Who next?
Paul.
What was yours, Caius?
Okay.
It's just flatten out.
Plus 1.
Plus 1, 10. All right.
14.
14 for Dune.
I was a misstep.
Yeeted.
This is the time that we would have needed them to go first.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was like ready to toss some
2 plus.
down.
2 plus what?
2 plus what? 2 plus
2
what?
plus. Oh gosh, I just 4. We're at 4.
All right.
2 plus 2.
2
Oh,
plus 2.
I lost a pen and I lost everything.
Ooh.
Close to being a 1.
Prince Talmai at a 10. Arxicus.
Oh
God.
This is
Must be
not how-
real bad.
It's not how I imagined being having
it's really not
go
bad.
earlier.
It's just initiative, man.
Mine's a 5. All right. Ward Riders are going in on their own initiative. All right, Warg Riders are in at a 14. Bugbears. These bugbears get a -1. They're at 18. All right, archers. I'll mark these as goblin archers. They're coming in at a 12. Ambush party. Good, rightfully so. They're having bad days down there. Stabbing bushes. First, before we do anything within this order, before these bugbears go, I need snap perception checks from Simile and Arxicus to see what you can see from your new aerial position.
7.
16.
16. All right. You're gonna see partially as you look down what's in the yard.
Oh yeah, let's get some eyes on this.
Look down, you can see a set of the drums that are being played.
Ooh.
You can also see 1, 2, 3. 3 goblin workers with an overturned cart of coal.
Okay.
Next to them, lifting it up, you see another massive brute.
Hey.
An ogre that they seem to be using as a beast of burden. As you can see long lash marks across its back. In the very back, you see a very well-decorated hobgoblin in full armor. Hair
I'm sorry,
pulled
that
back,
token image has me
full top
giving me
knot.
Scar vibes.
Staring out as it is barking orders back at the yard. Bugbear's going first. 10, 15, 20. 25. Ugh, it just gets to me. It has advantage on its attack rolls. It's just swinging its massive great club at me. Help if I pulled up the card. All right, I don't think the first one's gonna hit. It is +4 to hit on the first. That will not hit. Thankfully, I'm Godwin. Well, they get to roll again with advantage. It does not hit. Slamming down the ground as Godwin's rolling around like a fish. I miss all 4 attempts. Is it slamming down into the ground around me? All right, end of that bugbear's turn. This one on the far side, still investigating what's going on over here in the bushes. As a bugbear does, it's just gonna swing. It thinks something's in there too. If the goblins do, it does too. All right, it unfortunately does not hit another goblin. Into the bugbears, warg riders. This warg rider's coming in to get all over my chili. It's gonna swing at its scimitar twice. Does not hit. Does not hit. Let's go, does not hit. It's Godwin. Ah! Roly-poly style, finally pulls his shield up as he's just hunkered down as hell is breaking loose above him. That's why you wear plate, boys and girls.
It's a workout.
From the distraction down the below because of Arxicus swinging into these bushes. Dune, it is your turn.
Okay, am I actually stealth, or are we all not stealthed?
No, they can't see you.
Okay.
You personally are still stealth. Me and Caius, they can totally see.
Sound.
Let's get behind him then, like right on top of him.
You do
Little
have
move.
sneak attack because they are focused on my body.
Yeah, exactly.
And you were hit.
Yes.
You have advantage.
Let's just make sure we're good to go. Otherwise, I'm gonna take sneak attack with 2-weapon fighting with both of my short swords because I do have the dual wielding feat. So let's see how this goes.
Let's go. First one in.
10. I assume no.
on this warg rider. I know it's low, but I don't think it's that low.
I was just making sure because I have advantage. So,
Yeah, go ahead and roll again.
yep.
Always just roll them both.
18.
Yep. That'll hit. That'll hit.
Okay, and then roll the second one. For the second sword, we'll do all damage all in one go. 15 plus 5, 20. Dirty 20 on the second one.
Since it's a warg rider, go ahead and just do your first because it's with sneak attack. That's a high amount.
Okay. So first damage for that first one, short sword, 6, and then sneak attack damage is going to be 10, so 16 damage.
16 damage. Did you you auto add half of your sneak attack dice? Or no, I'm sorry, it wasn't auto crit. My bad. I was thinking you crit my head. No. You do significant damage as you've taken the warg out, dropping the goblin down to the ground.
And
Warg down.
Let's end him too. Nope. But good thing we have his advantage. 19.
Let's go. Let's go.
5. 4, and then sneak attack on this one too?
No, you only get sneak attack once.
Cool.
But you do have your proficiency now since you're a dual wielder.
Yes. What does that do specifically?
Always with your second hand, you did a little less damage because your proficiency bonus wasn't added. So it would be whatever you rolled.
Gotcha.
Now it looks like your first roll. So it's your short sword plus a damage.
Okay. So I just roll I rolled my damage for that, so that's 4. So did I roll again?
Yeah, it'll look like just your standard damage. Before, you probably have never been looking down and using your offhand down at the bottom. You've probably just never been using the lesser damage. So go ahead, yeah, just roll it. It looks just like a regular attack now.
Okay. 8.
All right, 8 points of damage. DTD. Describe the demise of that bad boy.
As I make a quick dash around the backside to swing around from behind the warg. It's a quick swing straight up, chopping the head off, jumping down, flinging the other sword, bringing both down straight on top of the goblin's head, finishing off and pulling apart, swinging it back, and then
Wrecked. Where would you like to use your movement?
Is this a higher elevation up here? Like right next to it?
There is some terracing there that you'll have to use climbing to get up. So it's
I'm just gonna jump right behind, like into that little tree section behind Godwin and Caius then. Super easy.
all right. Do you want to do anything with the bonus action? With that cover back there, you can attempt to hide.
Yeah, does hiding let me stealth as well?
That's what you're doing.
Okay, yeah, let's do that then.
Oh yeah, with your hood, you're able to tuck back in there. Go ahead and roll again, just to see if you propagate that 20. Oh, it was up there for a second too. It was spinning there. Rat bastard. All right, cool. You were tucked back into the brush. Bugbear looking around as you just David Blaine out.
Godwin's like... Warg and Goblin just dead.
The warg just falls over on me. I got some warg blood on me. Goblin rolls next to me. Ugh. All right. With me laying prone and them aerial up above me, goblins have advantage on shooting at me. Yeah, they're gonna take... There's gonna be 4 shots that go into me. Archer moving up to the top. Well, let's see here. I got to do the one in the back's gonna make a wisdom saving throw, or wisdom check. We're gonna see. Okay, it sees you guys propagate down here as that dimension door opens up. The other 2 are going to still be focused on the front though. So here's 2 shots that go into Godwin. First one will not hit. Ah! First one will hit with a crit.
Second one?
Second arrow won't hit. 2 arrows going over to Caius. These are a +4, so that's a 21, Caius. One of those is gonna hit you.
Yeah.
Does 16 hit you, Caius?
Class is 16.
It's a tie, you said?
Yeah, it's my armor class is 16.
Armor class is 16. Okay, those 2 arrows are gonna hit you. All right. Simile being the largest target, as all of a sudden they see a centaur in front of them. They're like, he's gonna lose his mind. It's gonna fire 2 arrows over at you. First one will not hit. Dirty 20 on the second one.
Yeah.
All right. These are all arrows. 5 + 2, or D6 + 2. Similarly, you'll take 4 points of piercing damage. Godwin will take 7 + 6. He'll take 13 points. Caius, you'll take 6. Ah! Son of a... Arrow flies in. Prince Al-Mahai. Still floating. He's gonna rise up into the tower.
Question for the meta. Like, when we teleported, did we lose invis?
No. You haven't lost.
No.
Oh, hold on. You haven't lost invisible yet.
So...
You haven't taken an action. So here's how we're gonna rule it.
Tell me.
This random doorway has appeared. You guys are
Yes.
invisible, but they see this random doorway that magically
Yeah.
opens up. With you being the largest target, they
I
just
am the
turn
largest target.
and they just fire an arrow in, but they have not seen you yet.
Okay.
So you are still
Okay.
technically invisible.
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Prince is gonna
Minus
float
the
up.
arrow now sticking out of you.
Yeah,
And I didn't see a stuck arrow.
it's just a floating stuck arrow. Yeah. Prince
I'll
Al-Mahai
flex
is going to go up there and start swinging. First one's going to hit. Second one still hits. Just with his average damage, he's able to crack this goblin's neck. DTD.
I mean, that's you.
Our house over here.
You are the prince. DTD. Go. DT, go.
He's going to use his key point. He's going to use Flurry of Blows. He's going to go in on the goblin over here to the side. Let's go, baby. Nat 20. Just sneaks up behind. Neck goes on that goblin as well. Done. Caius, it is your turn.
God. Okay. I'm gonna cast Divine Favor.
Oh.
Give myself a boost.
Does that give you advantage?
Weapon
Yep.
attacks I use deal an extra 1d4 of damage on hit.
Nice. Does it say how long that lasts?
A 1 minute concentration.
1 minute. Yeah, so 10 rounds. Awesome. Let's go. Clutching your symbol, that electricity flowing slightly over your body as it crackles going down into your gauntlets. What do you do?
I'm gonna take a swing at our bugbear.
All right, move up to where you'd like to.
So let's go out.
Start swinging. Let's go, Caius.
No! Caius, you get yourself set. You fall into the same trap as Godwin, just misjudging this log. As you go end over end, you don't lose your weapon, but you go down prone. It'll take half of your movement. You don't have any left. You'll be able to get yourself back up to your feet, though. Largely just embarrassment. You have a chance to attack one more time.
All right, that'll do it.
Fucking rigged.
It's Godwin
That
literally
one will do
laying
it.
there. Told you it comes out of nowhere. That'll hit. Go ahead, roll damage. God, we have some nat ones over on this campaign.
12 damage and 3 radiant damage.
As your hit swings in, you can see around you, it looks like electricity, but it has this extra looking aura that surrounds it, scarring in, burning into this bugbear. He looks rough already. Anything else for your turn, Caius?
I think I'm good.
All right. Arxicus, still invisible up on the ridge.
Interesting. 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 Even more interesting. Excellent. I'm gonna hit old hobgoblin buddy with a crown of madness. No dice to roll. Has to beat my wisdom stat. 14.
Whenever you cast Crown of Madness, popping out of your invisibility, you feel a strength inside of the crown that you're wearing. It's going to raise your DC by 1 point. Your DC is now what?
15.
15. All right. Wisdom saving throw. This bugbear, or I'm sorry, this hobgoblin warlord has a +4. (16). It will just succeed. As it stares back up at you, noticing a visible broken bone crown on your head. You can see the fire in its eye as it draws its blade and points in your direction. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Ambushing goblins, doing what goblinos do, wearing this thing out like a pincushion. Still hearing the end of that magic on this turn of these horses stabbing away at this bush. I will roll to see if they get some ones. I need 6 d20 rolls here. If one of them gets a 1, they're stabbing somebody else in the group. Yes, we got one. We got one.
Wow.
Wow, that's quite a load of numbers here.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. All right. One of those bush with the nat 20, that thing's just cleaved off. As you can see, it's just been a massacre of shrubs down. Let's see here. One other goblin. The other goblin just hit, gutted, drops down to the ground. DTD on one of their own. Friendly fire. Godwin's turn. I'm gonna get my happy ass up off the ground. I'm gonna go in with Caius on this bugbear. Ooh, what's my range here? As I kind of look up at my surroundings. What would Brian Boitano do? Oh, I'm just out of range from getting Simile.
I'm sure he can take an ass or two, dude.
Yeah, I'm swinging that hammer. First one will hit on that bugbear. Second one with a hammer. 9, I'm gonna use my guidance. Let's go, that will hit on a 12. All right, I'm dumping one smite in here. One of my, not my smite, I'm not a paladin. What are they called? Blessings of the Forge. Nope, that's what I have on my weapon. No. Come on, I know I add like 1 fire damage to this thing. Where's it at? Maybe I don't have that yet. Oh, there it is. Duh. Spell. It's right there, buddy. Searing Smite. Awesome. I'm gonna add that one on, drop into just the first level, so I add an extra D6 of fire damage. All right, 2d8s. 12 on the first swing. Let's go, max damage. 12 on the second swing. DTD. First swing gets it done. Just overkill. Ah! Distracted by Caius over in the front, I just start swinging at its back leg. I see you like getting bent over this log. As I just break its leg as it cracks up and over, laying across the log, and I just look over at Caius. Drive your sword across its head! Caius, what do you do?
And just right through the skull.
So it gets done. Godwin's gonna stay where he's at. Simile, it's your turn.
Okay. Being at the end here. My head is at the enemy of my enemy is my friend. What is there a chain around the neck of this big old guy down by the other goblins?
No chain around him. You've seen goblins holding whips on their side. They've definitely been ordering this big dude around. Mm-hmm. Historically, you know that this is what they do. They tend to bend the will of ogres and bugbears to be their work.
But what are the chances of me turning him against everyone?
It's very similar to trying to control Lenny from A Mice and Men. There's times when Lenny is very, very moldable and palpable, and there's other times of psychotic rage. This is what you're dealing with. That's the level.
Okay.
It's not the brightest individual.
Hoping to sick our creature onto our newfound enemies. However, I think I'm just gonna fire.
But think what Simile would think. If that's something that Simile thinks, and if that's an injustice, you see a creature being treated like that, do what Simile would do.
And that's how I feel, but what I'm wondering is, do I have the tools, do I have the capabilities to achieve that?
So, in D&D...
You never know till you try.
You never know. You never know.
In D&D, it could be as simple as killing what's imprisoning around it and then trying to convince it, making a persuasion check. That's tools that you have right now.
Yeah, it is. Okay, I am going to I'm going to fire. I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns.
Oh, let's go! Let's go!
I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns, and then I'm going to fire on the overturned coal cart.
Yeah.
And then we have an extra 1d4 just in case, just to throw on to one specific thing. Correct?
Yeah, you still have that guidance. You're still holding
have
that
the
pocket
1d4.
guidance. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. So I'm going to fire. Rolling. Plus 7. And then the damage I do is 6. Now, is that including the bracers already, or do I add that on now too?
Your braces are all figured in. All you gotta do is click the button.
Figured in. Cool. So 6 piercing damage, and then thorn.
That one's
Hail of
done.
Thorns. Hell yeah! Hail of Thorns. Okay. Do I then roll the 1d10?
Yeah, you're still doing it.
Or is that just when they move?
Let's see here. You have the explosion from Hail of Thorns that's going into the next one. You need to roll that damage.
Great. 5.
The other one next to it, looking on death's door.
Yeah.
Thorn stuck all in. One goblin laying down dead. Typical fashion, in the throat.
All right. I think I'm gonna end the turn for them.
So Hail of Thorns is on one shot. You're able to shoot again. It's an addition to
I
your
thought it
melee
was-
attack.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a spell that you cast and then you shoot your arrow and then Hail of Thorns happens where you shot. Oh, well, I've got
No,
another
you can-
move.
On those, you're able to flavor like one arrow shot. You're able to always add that on. You still got your second arrow.
Cool. Well, then we're gonna fire again at our second fellow.
Let's go.
Nat 20.
Let's
Nat
go.
20.
No need to roll damage. It is overkill. Describe their demise, and then I want you to RP what you were talking about as you've viciously taken out these goblins in front of the ogre.
I grabbed the first arrow. Going sideways with the bow, it goes down directly into the foot. He cries out. I let the second arrow go. Right in the, as he's crying out, right in the mouth, up into the skull. He falls back.
All right.
Okay. Role playing with the ogre. I don't have a scene partner here, so bear with me. There we go. I like it.
Looks up at you as his eyes looks down as its two masters drop to the ground.
Hey. Yeah, I start screaming. I'm jumping up and down. Hey! Trying to get his attention. Trying to get their attention, and then just
You
kind
are
of
clopping up and
gesturing.
down.
Yes, truly clomping up and down, and then just gesturing at the open field, trying to make it clear that there is, the world is their oyster. Their masters are down, and we are providing them the space to be as they will. Now, do I roll for something?
So, described what you did. But if you say what simile actually says,
Yeah.
you'll get advantage.
Okay. Ogre, take back your power! The land is yours. You can do as you wish. We're here to help.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Got this. Plus what?
That was +1, so 10. 17.
DC 16. Dog free now. Can't get after this new goblin no more. You treat Torg like I treat you like now. Torg is going to go into the initiative order now.
I'm sweating. I'm sweating.
Well done.
The goosebumps are real.
Bonus round.
2 factors in it. The DC was set at 18. Your vicious attack, clean kills in the front with the D20, lowered it to 16. And then the extra piece of RP allowed you for advantage.
RP. First person talk. I gotta get used to it.
It's all right. Just always think, put yourself in Simile's hooves and you got it.
Be assembly.
Get those OG Oscars up in chat for my community. We want to see them. Boom. All right. Oh, inspired. 16 in. For next round.
Let's
All right.
see what this bugbear does.
You got a good idea of what all is in here. You see 3 more goblin workers. These are unarmed except for whips on their side. Down below. Back to the one bugbear all the way over here in the front. Oh, buddy. Understanding a situation is not your strength. Even after the one goblin goes down. His DC here was a 12 to understand that this sound is not what it is. He's going to continue to swing. Checking to see if he gets a 1. Does not. This time noticing that nothing's in there. And just one dead goblin. He's gonna turn and make his way back up to the center. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. 1 point of order over here. I did not roll for these goblins. They would have also been shooting into this bush. I need to make sure and check for ones here just in case they don't accidentally. That's going to be 6 more D20s into the... Oh, we got close. All right, those are done. Torg's turn. All right, that goblin's down. He's gonna look over at these goblinos over here. They both have been yelling at him to come over and fix their cart. He's going to pick up one of the pickaxes, throw it at the first goblin's head, and then go in to choke the other one. Oh, let's go! I've never thrown something with an ogre and it actually landed. Holy shit!
Go Torg! Go Torg! Go Torg! Go Torg! Go Torg!
2d6 plus 4. Let's go!
Give it to me, chat!
Oh,
Go Torg! Go Torg! Go Torg!
pick goes in the first head. Cracks into its skull. DTD. All right, it's gonna go in and just try to strangle and literally pop this goblin's head. It's gonna roll the hit, and then I'm going to set a strength DC of 16. If it hits it, he's popping it like a pimple.
Aw.
Oh yeah, with his hands much higher, that is a +6 to hit for him. Oh yeah, he picks that thing up with ease. Strength check from him. Ogre strength is a +4.
Go Torque! Go Torque! Go Torque!
We're keeping him.
Holy crap.
He doesn't just get the head, he explodes the entire chest cavity. All the way. No, covered in goblin blood, just rubbing it down like a scene from Rambo. Holy shit.
Holy crap.
I shall call you my squishy, and you shall be mine, and you shall be my squishy.
Riley, my Torque.
You my Torque.
Oh my god. The dice have giveth, my friends.
Seriously.
Down to the south, this warg rider, seeing y'all finally over here on the other side. It's gonna go running. It's going to try to jump up onto this log. Athletics check. Not making it! It also is going end over the log, separating itself from the warg down onto the ground. Eating shit, taking 6 points damage on the warg side. Goblin unscathed. It's gonna get up and swing its scimitar once on Godwin. Does not hit. End of its turn. Dune, it is your turn. Oh god, sorry, I haven't moved up the map, guys. Sorry.
Well, let's just show up real quick. And let's end a goblin. Real quick and easy. Hopefully. +5.
Yes, that'll
14.
hit.
Cool. 5 damage.
DTD.
Quickest dash you've ever seen over top of this log, doing the quick slide over like you're doing some parkour, and just taking the blade on a backhand and slicing the head clean off, standing up and just kind of brushing my hands off real quick.
All right,
And the warg's still there, right?
warg is still there,
Okay,
and you still
cool.
have your sneak attack as well.
Nope.
It is prone, so you have advantage.
Oh, okay, cool. 15.
15 will hit.
Cool. Let's hit this warg for 5, and then sneak attack damage of 11, so 16 damage.
Overkill. DTD.
So I'm going to finish up that, brush my hands off, spin the blade, and elbow it straight back into the warg's head, cracking it, and then cracking my neck. How you doing, guys?
We're finally doing it, Peter. We're doing hero shit. It's finally happening. Things are relatively going well. Oh.
How you guys doing? We good now?
We're good. All right. Any other movement for you?
Real quick, we're gonna. Can I hide right there? Or do I need to move and then hide, like do it?
You would need to move and hide. You could hide behind that log. You could tuck down. It'll cost you 5 feet of movement on your next turn to pop back up.
Yeah, let's do that. Right there. And then hide for a stealth check. +8. Should be good to go. Let's see if I hit the nat 20. Nope. Good to go. 20,
Yeah.
20.
The bugbear wouldn't be any of the wiser. The aerial view, they won't know. They'll know you're behind the log, but they don't know what piece you're behind. And these guys down here are still just absolutely clueless. Worst.
Thank you, Kate.
I had this pack of ambushers the entire time following you. I loved it. You got them at just the right time because they're not bright. They've been waiting, but they didn't want to get you when you were earlier in. They wanted to get you when they were closer, so the odds were in their favor. They're really pissed. All right, goblin archers. They're gonna fire down. They see. Oh yeah, they're super pissed that you've unleashed Torg. Simile. Well, this one in the front, he's not gonna know that.
Yeah.
He's not gonna know that. These guys have already got their heads cracked. He's gonna definitely look at his clear and present danger from what's in the front. Yeah, he's gonna turn around and he's gonna fire a shot with his bow that will hit Prince.
Yep.
Both of those will hit Prince. 2d6 plus 4. All right, 7, 11 points of damage on Prince Almahai. 2 arrows come into him. You know what? What was that second one? Second one was 17. He's gonna try to catch that arrow. He's gonna try to do monk shit.
Alrighty.
What's my die on that? I believe it's a D8 at this level. I have to spend my key points. Bum, bum, bum. All right. Deflect missiles. 1d10 plus my dexterity modifier. Oh God. Hells yes. 1d10 plus 6. Let's go.
Okay, let's do this. Here we go.
I'm all in on this. Come on, baby. Come on! Let's go! As I grab that second arrow as it's fired back, and as I grab it, we're just gonna go into slow motion and spin and pivot with my hips. I'm gonna spin my key point and I'm throwing that bitch back at him. Let's go. All right, I get this roll to attack. Dirty 20. Let's go. All right, arrows going back into the Goblino. DTD! Let's go! Let's go! 7 points of damage as I send it right through its eye socket. As he flips over backwards, landing down on the ground. End of those archers' turns. Down here to the south. Oh yeah, they're gonna turn. They have heard the damage going down.
Go Torg, go Torg, go Torg, go Torg.
They know the beast has been unleashed. They're gonna run down New Kids on the Block style with their bow and arrows. 6 D20s coming in to Torg. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 arrows hit. Oh God.
Well,
All right. That is 6d6 plus 12.
Whew.
No, 5d6. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5d6 plus 10. Torg.
Don't die, Torg. Don't die, Torg.
Oh,
Don't die, Torg.
this is gonna be.
He's our new buddy.
This is gonna be tough for him.
Chat, wish on a star.
Torg has 59 hit points. He's played right off the actual card. All right, come on, Torg. Oh,
That's...
33 points of damage.
We're good. We're good. He's not dead.
He's
Torg
not
is
done.
alive. Torg is alive.
Human pincushion. Thanks so much. Why are you hot dog?
My heart breaks for Torg.
Poor dude.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Prince Almahai up at the top.
What's the prince gonna do?
I mean, he's probably gonna teleport on the archers and just, you know, poof. Adios. Do we have like a falcon punch out of Mr. Prince Almahai? All 3 in 1 go just poof. Whee.
Oh, let's go. All right.
Oh.
He's going to use his bonus action for a perception check. +6 on this. Let's go! Let's go! Going over here to the edge. He's going to fly up and over, looking for the lever on this portcullis. He finds the lever. Down below him, floating on this side. It's a big boy. He can go about it 2 ways. He can try to yank this thing down with all of his strength. Since he's flying, he's gonna try to like Mortal Kombat, like flying kick that thing down. So I'm gonna set damage to it. This is a lever and it's strong. He's trying to kick this thing down. I'm gonna need to do 22 points of damage to be able to drop this bad boy. First, I gotta hit +6. First, we'll hit. So I'm gonna try to fly down, I'm gonna kick it, and as I go through with my kick, I'm just gonna slam down with both of my fists to try to lower this thing. Last attack coming in. Let's go! Those will both hit. All right.
Here we go.
All right. I believe I just have D6s still for my hands. All right. Okay.
Water.
3d6 +8. Going for 22. I'm gonna come up with a 19. All right. I'm gonna have to use my second to last key point for a flurry of blows for my bonus action. One more attack. 1d6 plus 4, that's what I got. Try to break this thing off. Let's go, that'll hit! Done! As he's gonna snap this handle off. Falling over. Crashing down. Instant DTD on this bugbear. As he's pinned down to the ground. Now a clear and present opening to get inside of this fort. That is going to end his turn. Into the prince's turn. Caius. You see the opening up.
It's 7 feet forward. Just gonna start heading through the open door.
Remember, you can burn a point of exhaustion to go further.
And remember, your paladin also has Misty Step.
To help
And you
close
have
distance.
had the long rest.
How does exhaustion affect you?
Exhaustion, the first point that you take, I let you dash. In exchange for it, you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
With Misty Step, can I move forward 30 feet and then Misty Step another 30 feet?
Absolutely.
With the mouse. I'll do that. Or not.
All right, as you run forward, up and over, running into the gate, seeing this massive torque going ham on other goblins inside, not knowing why, but hey, dude. All right, attack on that first goblin.
You got it.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, no!
Oh!
It's not even right.
Not even.
So robbed.
Robbed.
For real.
Not quite a
Weebles
one, but I
wobble.
feel like that's a one. I feel like that's a one. That is an emotional one.
That's an emotional one. Yeah.
Blue balled.
Wow.
Oof.
Go ahead, swing again as the first doesn't make purchase. Oh! What's your bonus to that? What's your to hit right now?
Swords +7.
+7?
Yeah.
You have your guidance to burn. 1d4.
Why not?
These inside are not armored as well as the others. That's all you need is the one. That's it. Roll for damage on this first goblin. The unarmored goblins
Probably gonna come clean off.
inside are only 12.
17. And then I still have Divine Favor going. So 17 and 3.
Oh yeah, DTD. Destroy that goblin.
Maybe I'm just playing with a handicap.
All right. Used all of your actions.
Full sprint, smoke enveloping you as you turn that little corner, and just whoom, swing, swing, off goes the head. Goblin, don't even know what hit him. You just showed up, and there is no more goblin head. Like, goblins are like, hey man, like, just what's going on with this fire? Why is there a rampaging orc over here? Like, I don't know what to do, man. Like, you're just Jeff, and then all of a sudden his friend's head comes off.
Like, the other two
Goblins
across
all
the
sitting on the
fire, just, like, look down at the head of the ground, and then they look at each other, and then they look at me.
Just like, hey Jeff, who's that guy?
I don't know, Bob. Heck,
I feel like we should run right about now.
Does anyone understand? No one understands Goblin, do they?
No.
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 I have Celestial,
Warlord.
Common, Deep Speech, Elvish, and Thieves' Cant. I should know this, Steve.
Isaac, I think in stolen scar. What's going on? As you see that warlord barking commands, looking back up over at you, Arxicus, pointing its sword, you begin to see a reddish mark develop on your wrist. A symbol of some sorts. Shouting these commands. Looking at the scene in front of him. He disappears back into the main tunnel. This goblin to the south. 10, 15, 20, 25. Yep, it's running. It's boogieing. This goblin over here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is going to get there. So, yeah, seeing Caius destroy this over here and the interaction you just gave them, they're out. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Same. They're doing whatever it takes to get out of here. Unarmed. Arxicus, it is your turn.
Question of clarification, just for Alex's sake. Does the mark that the goblin captain put on him classify as damage?
No.
No.
Okay. Cool. Just making sure.
Why would it classify as damage? I didn't take damage.
Or being attacked.
No, I didn't take damage.
No, it's a just a spell.
It's a thing. It's a thing. Thing.
Them Final Fantasy vibes, dude.
What if I just wanted Alex to, hellish rebuke him as he left?
Believe me, if I could hellish rebuke him, I would have hellish rebuked him. How deep into that cave is that hobgoblin?
Far enough to where you can't see him anymore.
I in that short a time? Rough.
He was pretty close to the door.
Yeah. In the direction of the entrance outside the camp, I'm a thaumaturgy again. We're gonna see. Could I theoretically cast, because of how spectacularly he was killed, our dear dead king boy's death scream outside of the gate?
I'll let you try with a performance check. However, this will be different. It's a performance check where I'm going to let you add your spellcasting modifier for it. So technically it's not a performance check at all. So like you would do is if you were rolling to hit with one of your spells, add that modifier.
Add my spellcasting modifier in addition to my performance modifier?
Yeah, just a d20 in your spellcasting modifier.
That went well.
It's a certain death scream, all right, but unfortunately it's not as sold on Moxley. It just sounds more like general dipshit goblin.
Okay, that's fine. And that's it. I'm not moving. I'm done.
All right, locked into where you're at. These goblins down here finally gonna start moving forward. Way down here. Gonna start running towards the entrance now. They're gonna dash. That's the best that they can do. They're gonna get up on top of this on their way in. You're hidden, so they don't see you. They'll see Godwin though. They'll pop off a couple of shots at Godwin. 4 arrows coming in over at him. One, two. Oh yes, the other one shoots the guy behind him. Let's go. All right, 2 of those are gonna hit. Hell yeah. All right, 2d6 plus 4 damage on Godwin. Whew, 14 points. God, rolled good. Damn, I'm gonna have to actually heal myself. Down to 21 of 48. All right, and then they're gonna do damage to the one that's in front of it.
Godwin going to heal himself when he's still above my total hit points.
I got about a rule of half. Oh yeah, these guys just eliminating themselves. DTD. He pops another arrow in and it kind of It kind of flakes off, goes right up into its skull. Oh. All right, into that goblin's life and turn. Godwin's turn. Oh, man. He's gonna look back at the other one. Turnabout's fair play, little shit. I'm gonna get my crossbow out. Plus. Oh God. Just +3. All right. Come on, baby. That'll hit. Shoot my second arrow. Second arrow will not hit. Oh, come on, man. Come on. It'll be enough, though. 5 +3, 8 points of damage. Shoot the arrow into its life. Then he's going to start making his way downtown. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Up to the gate. Into Godwin's turn. Simile, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm going to... Oh gosh, I have no idea what I'm going to do. It's not really a great way for me to get down, is there?
On that side, no, it's not the best. The terracing is over on the other side.
Uh-huh. Good thing I got the bow, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna fire at the goblin closest to me.
Roll that beautiful bean footage. That'll hit. Go ahead and just roll damage. These guys are unarmored.
5.
DTD. Go ahead, pull that arrow back. Shoot this next goblin.
All right, so this one's running away, and this is just clear through the back. Let it go, and it flies through the heart, right in the back. Boom. I notch up the second arrow, and I go for the next goblin closest to me, the one on the other side of the overturned cart. +7, 18.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit. That'll hit.
And we are again looking at 5.
DTD.
All right, so this one, he's running. I pause for a second, kind of watching his footwork. I let the arrow go. It hits right as he's, moving his feet. It goes through both feet, launching him together, grabs him by the ankles. He falls down, hits his head on one of the railroad ties. Boom. Concussion, out, dead. There it is. Great. End of turn. Actually, wait, can I move? I'm gonna move a little bit, just a little closer to all the action.
Yeah.
Let's see, where do I want to go? Yeah, right, just right there at the edge. Okay.
You shouldn't have been so mean to Torg. As Torg picks him up with his hands. As it reads back and forth. You see Torg just bite down over on the top of its skull, and you hear a crack of bone that sends chills up your spine. As Torg drops that body onto the ground. Him looking back out. Deep into that mine where he's seen these others disappear to. As you guys see these forces all begin to tuck back into the mine, you look around in the air as it begins to get visibly cooler. You can see the sky, which was clearly in late evening, 5 o'clock, begin to feel like it fast forwards. As the sun drops at one of those moments, and you've been there before where it seems like the sun is there and you turn around and it's back behind the horizon. That quick, it's all of a sudden you can see stars in the sky. And you're clouded by night. You can see reddish amber glows coming from all openings of the mine. As you look up to the stars, it's like you're rotating at an astronomical speed as you see past stars and constellations moving quicker than you ever have. As you do, that is where we will pick up next week. Let's go! Oh. Hey, we rolled
Torg! Oh my god, you guys.
Dude, the Torg play, dude!
That was great.
That's D&D.
I mean, you're developing the world, and so I'm ready to react to it. I love it.
Oh, felt good. Felt real good. We rolled a nat 1 ourselves at the beginning of the episode, but we got there. We got some good story in. That's all that matters. So good.
Muted.
I'm back, guys.
Oh.
I'm back. We're good. I told you I had to get those rolls out early. I was like,
It's true. It's true.
You
Let me
did.
have the ones. I got the rest of it. The rest of the day, it's gonna be good.
Jeez. Holding up. Getting to see some cool Dune. Oh. Now it's going to take me like an hour to come down from combat, as it always does. I love it so much.
That's what I'm saying. My adrenaline peaks, and I'm just,
Oh, you guys are fantastic. I cannot wait for episode 6 as we descend in and get closer to what this is all about. Paul,
Episode 6. Wow, here it comes.
send us out, baby.
Guys, thank you so much for hanging out through the technical issues and through everything else. Hope you guys have enjoyed this week's episode of Reckoning Hour. You got to see some Dune. You got to see some Caius. You got to see some Arcticus. You got to see some fun role play. And here we are descending down in the mountain. So we're excited for next week. Come back for episode 6 right here, 7 p.m. as always. We'll have it ready for you. The rest of the week, you heard in the beginning, rest of the schedule's the same. Just no Ask Broman this week on Thursday. So we'll see you next week. Stay safe, wear your masks, be good to each other. And I'm just gonna say that because I wanted to steal Robear's line just for once.
Torg, appreciate you. Later, everybody.